There were many variations and versions of what was supposed to be the opening title sequence. The one that we had originally settled on was going to be shot on a rooftop in Los Angeles, in a place where, looking around off of that rooftop, it looked kind of like New York. You know, all you were seeing were lights and big buildings, and you couldn't see the tops of the buildings, so you didn't really know where you were. So it worked. It worked, city. And we hired a company, a title sequence company called Three-Headed Monster at that time. And Deborah Nacy was the graphic designer who we hired. She created the Friends logo. So here, let the world know that Deborah Nacy, who didn't get another dime for it, God damn it, that logo, was the one who created the Friends logo. And so she was in partnership with this three-headed monster, and we had this idea on the building. And once we had really gotten to the details of it, there were just too many problems, too many things that can go wrong, weather, wind not being the least of it, and it was just too expensive. We couldn't afford it. So we were kind of up the creek at that point. It's like, what are we going to do? And Warner Brothers said to us, well, go over to the Warner Brothers ranch and look over there. Maybe you'll find something there. It's like, all right, we're going to go to another lot and we're going to find the answer. But we go over to that lot and we find that park with the fountain in it and the, kind of brownstone-y buildings behind it. And I said, this could be a park in the village. You could buy that. And Marta said, yeah. And so I said, what if we, do the windows in the background? We won't do them realistically. We'll make it kind of like a Magritte painting, and we'll just have them, brightly lit or blown out or dark, And she goes, yeah, that could be a good look. And I said, and then something with the fountain. I don't know what, but something with the fountain. Yeah, so we went back to Three-Headed Monster and said, this is what you had to work with. And the writers, I think, came up with the little bits that the cast did in the fountain. But a lot of it was improvised, and the idea for dancing came from Three-Headed Monster. And so we did that. And then we integrated it into the pilot episode, and it aired, and everything in the title sequence was what we shot that night at the fountain. And we intended this to be the title sequence for the show for life. It wasn't any plans to do anything different. And the day after the pilot aired, I got a call in my office from Don Omeyer. And he said, I saw the show last night, and I saw that title sequence for the first time. I want you to change it to the title sequence that you used in the presentation for the upfronts. I said, so you want me to do after we shot that beautiful thing, you want me to do a title sequence where it just pulls from the show like Laverne and Shirley up front? And he said, yes, that's what I want. And I said, well, let me see if I could come up with a compromise. And I said, it would be a shame to throw out everything that we shot and worked so hard for. Let's see if I can come up with a compromise. So I went back in with the editor and made the decision, well, what if we use what we shot as a wraparound and I put clips in between? Mm-hmm. And then I realized after we did that, well, you can use it as a way to update the show and kind of let people know what's been going on over the years and all that stuff too. So Don liked that one. So we were able to at least keep the title sequence for the most part and keep the song, but made some changes.
Good compromise.
Yeah, because Don was very upset. He said, that title sequence says to the audience, we're young, we're hip, we're dancing in a fountain, and you can't dance with us. And I said, really? That's what it's saying in there? And I said, I didn't see any of that. Yes, that's what it's saying to the audience. So if you know anything, you don't tell Don Omeyer. He doesn't know what he's talking about.